New York City, New York, USA, live on HBO pay-per-view. This is the main event of the Suleiman. The International Boxing Federation President, Darryl Peoples. The World Boxing Association President, Gilberto Jesus Mendoza. And the International Boxing Organization President, Ed Levine. At ringside, the three judges scoring will be Max DeLuca, Don Trella, and Steve Weisfeld. And inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, your referee, Charlie Finch. And now, the officials are ready. The fighters are in the ring. And they are ready. So for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, with his trainer Andre Rozier, wearing black with gold, official weight 159.8 pounds. He has a professional career consisting of 33 fights, 32 victories, including 29 wins by knockout with only one defeat. In his last 12 fights, he has scored 12 consecutive knockouts. From Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York, USA, he is the reigning and defending WBA middleweight champion of the world, Daniel Miracle Man Jacobs. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, with his trainer Abel Sanchez, wearing black with a perfect professional record. This Olympic medalist has 36 fights, 36 victories, including 33 wins by knockout, 23 consecutive knockouts to his credit. From Karaganda, Kazakhstan, the reigning, defending, undefeated, universally recognized middleweight champion of the world, Gennadiyevich Golovkin, a.k.a. Triple G.
There's a real buzz around the arena, and the two come face to face.
Both know the rules. Protect yourself at all times and make it a clean fight. Touch goes down. About fighting at the bell.
The build-up has been gentlemanly. You see that physically, as they stand close, Jacobs is significantly the bigger man. He stands more than 2 inches taller, has a longer reach. He has a big knockout percentage, as of course does Gennady Golovkin. Is it to be the toughest night of Golovkin's career? 12 rounds. We now wait the first bell as the cornermen leave the ring and the action gets underway. Another tremendous night of boxing action in New York. Golovkin against Jacobs is underway.
But even though Jacobs can punch as well, it's going to be when Golovkin lands first. I think Golovkin has proved, that he has the better chin than Daniel Jacobs. So when he lands that long left hook with that big right hand, we'll see how Jacobs copes with that.
And the ability to take a shot could be the key here. And who's initially going to seize the advantage as the chants go up for Golovkin? Height advantage doesn't always tell a story, does it? In many people's eyes, perhaps the greatest middleweight of all time, Marvin Hagler, only stood around about 5'8.5", 5'9".
Yeah, right, yeah, he was much bigger than me, John. And for me, the best middleweight I've seen.
Tentative, quiet opening as the two men just look for the early openings. as Jacobs tries to go to work to the body.
Showing some nice hand speed there, Jacobs. Maybe one body shot got through, but most of it got blocked on the arms there by Gennady Golovkin. He's showing respect there for Daniel Jacobs.
Well, he was last year against Kell Brook. He was comfortable, wasn't he? He was relaxed because I think he, in his heart, thought that it was not going to be a hard night for him.
Well,
this is different.
Yeah, well, he was physically too big for Cal ultimately, but not for Daniel Jacobs, as you can see. Nice jab there from Golovkin.
Jacobs trying to get it through, not for the first time, with that chopping right hand.
Keeping his hands up nice and high there as well. Daniel Jacobs.
Matthew Macklin said that the body shot that he caught him with was the hardest he's ever been hit.
Oh, it was a tremendous shot.
Macklin at ringside tonight somewhere. It's a nice jab from Jacobs. Quiet opening round. Golovkin trying to load up on that right hand, but just whistled through thin air.
He's 100% sure he's going to land before he even risks throwing a punch.
Golovkin will not be in danger of losing his IBF title because Daniel Jacobs didn't attend the Czech weigh-in, supposedly no more than 10 pounds heavier than the weigh-in yesterday, and elected not to show up for that one, so you would assume that he's gone in heavier.
Yeah, listen, in a big fight like this, every advantage helps, that's for sure. And maybe that's what he feels he needed.
Tight opening round, very quiet for Golovkin. Abel Sanchez in the corner with him.
Very, very good. Got that one out of the way. We'll not be reaching for him, but make sure that we get a little feint, right? We got rounds, so let him walk into something. Start touching him a little bit with the second. Yeah. Keep your hands up though. Don't play with your defense. Okay. Take a little drain. I want that jab working up and down. Look, touch him a little bit with the right hand downstairs. Roll out of it. Touch and roll. All right? Stay smart, son. All right?
Quite opening round, Barry, but Golovkin did very little. Jacobs take it?
I think so, yeah. There was nothing in it. It was because they were both very tentative. I think there was a couple of little bursts of combination that Jacobs landed. It was just enough to edge it for me. But Golovkin was doing a lot of stalking, just trying to see, where Jacobs goes when he puts the pressure on him. He is a calculated thinker, is Golovkin.
And we heard Abel Sanchez say, just wait for him, he'll walk on to something.
Well, like anyone backed into a corner, that's what Golovkin tries to do. Physically and metaphorically. And then once he gets you in the cut, you've got to fire out to there. And that's what he's trying to do. And Golovkin does that little step back and fires quite accurately in those sort of situations. And that's what he'd be hoping for again.
Nice left hand lead again from Jacobs.
He's changed to a southpaw stance here.
Golovkin just struggling to find his range so far, but he's sometimes like this. He takes time to work his way into fights. Kell Brook did have his moments.
Oh, didn't he just?
Ahead on judges' cards when the end came.
Good double jab there from Jacobs. Body and head. And that's the important thing for Jacobs. When he gets close, hold on, go chest to chest, go really tight. Don't give Golovkin, because Golovkin can get tremendous power in short spaces, in small spaces. Lifts those elbows up and chops down.
Jacobs using that 73-inch reach. Held off the hits around the back in the kidney area.
Golovkin patient and stalking, but for me, just not putting enough pressure on Jacobs.
He's not really done a deal yet, Murray.
Jacobs not doing much himself, and that's right. You've got to be very cautious with Golovkin.
It's the longest winning streak by a middleweight champion since Bernard Hopkins, Gennady Golovkin.
but those things water down through generations, because back in the 70s and 80s, you know, you'd have to fight number one contenders every time you defended your title. So it's easier now in the last 20, 30 years to be undefeated than it was back then, of course.
But you would say still as hard as ever to be attaining the level of world number one, which everybody's estimation Golovkin is.
Oh, Golovkin's tremendous, and you know, on his day when he's on form, he's a fight for anyone.
Well, he's not into the fight yet. Another quiet round to add to the first one, which Jacobs edged. And Golovkin landing with a jab in the closing seconds, but overall doing precious little.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. And Jacobs not doing much himself, but doing more for me than Golovkin. Golovkin doing all that stalking, but not letting his hands go enough. There's no panic yet. There's 2 rounds I got, close rounds, 2 rounds I got for Daniel Jacobs.
Run, but just walk. You're walking him well. Aim that jab at his chest and then at his solar plexus. Alright? You're missing one up top, and he's aware of that. He's wary of the right hand, and it ain't even hit him yet. Now let's keep boxing smart. We're winning this fighting power with finesse. Alright? Dance and stay sharp.
Maintain his concentration, Jacobs.
Good upper body movement there from Jacobs as well on the ropes. Golovkin had him where he wanted him at the range as well. Golovkin had him where he wanted him at the range as well. Golovkin had him where he wanted him at the range as well.
It's good from Jacobs.
And it didn't trouble Golovkin. It just made him have to take a step back and re-engage. So gives Jacobs a little bit. So gives Jacobs a little bit of breathing space again. So gives Jacobs a little bit of breathing space again. And look at that. So gives Jacobs a little bit of breathing space again. Look at that. Chest to chest there from Jacobs. It's the right tactic when Golovkin gets in close. So gives Jacobs a little bit of breathing space again. And look at that. Chest to chest there from Jacobs. It's the right tactic, gets in close.
And again, it was the hand speed of Jacobs as much as the sheer power.
And when they were in close as well, he's the one that let his hands go, which is surprising. Well, I got him 3 rounds up so far, Daniel Jacobs, and that maybe his best round.
You gotta be more aware, okay? No free shots out there. You gotta be more aware. Ben, water. Here we go. Okay, now, we landed the uppercut. Let's get a little face going with the uppercut and then land something. But bring it all the way back because he's countering, all right? All right.
I want that jab working up and down. Close the defense on that side. And every once in a while, get a little bit closer, hurt him to the body. He don't like it downstairs. You hear me?
Well, there's a jab from Golovkin.
Here it is now. So it's the right hand over the top. Here's the shot. That was the left hook. I thought he had the right hand over the top. We've seen it from the other side. But in close again, you think there he just looked to hold on and get tight and not take any risks of exchanging.
Jacobs setting problems in the early stages of this fight, which Gennady Golovkin has not so far really solved, and he's unable to land any real power shots of his own. Best shot of the round, best shot of the fight was that right hand of Daniel Jacobs in the third.
Well, again, you got to double up the jab there, Golovkin, and aim for the chest. You got to move his changing direction in Daniel Jacobs. So punch him on the shoulders and the chest, just stop that movement and slide him with that front foot and then let that right hand go.
Now he's caught him right hand, and down goes Jacobs. The right hand did it. It only takes one, and Golovkin springs into action and shows the accuracy and the power and the first knockdown of the fight.
I don't think he was hurt. I don't think it was heavy though. But no, Golovkin got the bit between his teeth.
He's going looking for him now, Barry.
He caught them on the ropes and square-footed as well. I don't think it was one of those punches that really scrambled the senses.
But Golovkin now is on the front foot and is looking for him and looking to capitalise, looking to build on that first knockdown. Jacobs trying to encourage him to come on, maybe to commit himself, maybe to make a mistake which will present an opening for him, but it's all Golovkin at this stage in the fourth.
Look at the luxury of patience you can have when you can punch like Golovkin.
He did nothing for 3 rounds, nothing, and now suddenly a completely different fight. GGG, the chants go up.
This is important for Jacobs to stick to his plan. And not to try and prove anything, he's lost this round now, forget about it. Just stay safe, go back to the plan and move in, frustrating Golovkin, if he can.
Well, that's a champion's know-how. You can't change what's happened in any sport. You can only change what's coming up.
Right. He was boxing a smart fight. I know Golovkin was going to have to up the gears at some point.
Well, unless Jacobs somehow finds big shots of his own now, this is going to be a Golovkin round 10-8. So those first 3 rounds, which Jacobs probably just about edged, have been effectively erased with one right hand.
Again, that double jab, when he double jabs there, Golovkin, just means he can slide after the first jab, he can slide that left foot in closer to punch through the target with that right hand. See Golovkin there, he wants Jacobs to fire with him. He wants to exchange at the same time.
Jacobs has recovered well, seemingly.
The right hand there from Golovkin again, though.
Abel Sanchez said sooner or later he'll walk onto something, and that's precisely what happened. A little flurry of blows from Jacobs, the last punches of the round. A smile from Jacobs as Golovkin goes back to his corner, but a 10-8 round for the champion.
That was totally unnecessary. Deep breath, regain control. I want you back on that jab, walking him. It will come. Relax. Relax. It will come. Keep the stick on him. Touch him and soften him up. That's what we're doing.
Well, here's where it came, Barry. Bosh.
That's a great shot. And the second one didn't help. But again, I don't think he was seriously hurt. He obviously hurt. But he got caught then, the second one then, his feet were squared up, because the first one hurt him. Second one there, because his feet are squared in against the rope, and then he goes over. But I don't think he was in massive danger. He took a good shot, took the 9, took the 8 count, got up, and didn't over the gate, didn't try too hard to try and claw the round back, just kept safe.
We go into round 5. The world middleweight title. Gennady Golovkin has had Jacobs down in the 4th round, and now is stalking his man.
Don't hold each other.
Jacobs be able to respond. Can he get back? Oh, another big right hand from Golovkin. This time Jacobs takes it, but he's under pressure once more and wanting to hold on and buy a few seconds.
To be fair to Golovkin, he was right out the distance there. I think Jacobs was in a safe distance. He slid into range beautifully there, Gennady Golovkin. That's it. That knockdown was all the confidence he needed, Golovkin, now to start to feel that he can let his hands go.
The thing about Golovkin in every fight he seemingly has is that he wastes so little.
Yes. And he makes space in short, when he's really close, he lifts those elbows up and he chops down on the top, so he gets all that weight in the shot in a real small space.
And Jacobs caught once more, complaining about Golovkin going in with his head. Touch of gloves, but Golovkin showing that he is a power puncher and also showing the winning tactics at the moment.
I'm not sure about this turn into southpaw here from Daniel Jacobs. He's open to the right hand.
Golovkin only too happy to oblige. Celebrates his 35th birthday next month, Golovkin, but seemingly still at the peak of his powers.
Okay, break.
Good jab there from Daniel Jacobs.
This fight has been conspicuous for its complete lack of trash talk. And look at the crowd that's gathered here and the interest around the United States for this contest.
Good there from Jacobs again, and that little fidgety movements he's doing is just stopping Golovkin from just unloading on him.
Golovkin, a little shake of his head. I think it was as much frustration at his own inability to avoid that attack of Jacobs. He's having a bit of success out of this southpaw stance.
Yeah, he is.
Trying to unload with the big left hand, clipped as he did so.
He's landing some nice little shots here, I think, Jacobs. I still think it was a Golovkin wrong.
Fifth round, and Jacobs recovers from the shock and embarrassment and maybe a little bit of panic from that knockdown in the fourth. But Barry giving it Golovkin narrowly the fifth round, which squares up the fight.
Okay, just stop. Didn't we talk about this? I want you to keep walking with that jab. Touch him to the body a little bit. He don't like the body shots. But be smart.
Okay.
Be smart. We can win this round by round. Okay. And that's what I want.
Okay.
All right?
Sound advice, but there's that big right hand from Golovkin.
But he took it, and I think that's very important for his confidence. No one likes getting hit, but the fact that he took a right hand flush on the jaw was, one might say, listen, it hurts, but maybe I can ride some of these shots.
In the Jacobs corner, you heard Andre Rozier saying, round by round, we can win this. Well, can he? Golovkin, who is a heavy gambling favourite to produce yet another winning performance.
Well, Golovkin can change a fight with one punch, so you've got to try and just win round by round. You can't be looking too far ahead tactically and thinking, we'll do this round and try and get it back in the last few rounds. You just go win every round you can until hopefully he doesn't catch you. And that's pretty much all you got to base the fight.
Jacobs just can spear Golovkin with the jab. And quite a good job of it. Can he do it for 3 minutes? As Golovkin tries to get him into the corner. Nice left hand from Jacobs.
What Golovkin's not doing is what we've seen recently is walking through Jacobs. How many times we've seen him in recent fights just walk through punches and not unabandoned, just hit his opponent. Not been able to do that with Jacobs as yet. But he is closing the range.
Jacobs has power though. His last 12 fights he's stopped his opponent.
Good right hand there from Jacobs.
A couple of good body shots. He said that Golovkin doesn't like the body shots. Well, there's two to test him out.
And what was good there from Daniel Jacobs is a little tip of the shoulder and whip those body shots in really quick. Real fast movement to make space for the shots.
As he switches stance now, back to orthodox.
And just outboxing Golovkin again in this round so far, Daniel Jacobs.
Trying to keep it long, working behind that left-hand lead now. That's good. Doubling up on the jab and then bringing in the right hand.
That's good from Golovkin. That's when he needs a few more feints. But just make Golovkin have to reset and go again.
An interesting fight, Barry.
Yeah, I think Jacobs is boxing very well.
Excellent.
Good hand speed.
And doing exactly what his corner instructed him to do. Work behind the jab, test him out with body shots. And this has been a clear round for Daniel Jacobs.
Good left hook there, Jacobs, with Golovkin going backwards. It's weird because he's boxing really well, Jacobs, but you're still waiting for Golovkin to land with a big shot.
Control first. Let's go. Control. Yeah.
Listen to me. And I want you to remember this. If you box him all night, you win every round.
Okay.
Do not engage unnecessarily.
Okay.
Just keep sticking him up and down and don't wait for him.
Rinse your mouth. Over here.
Right here. You hear me? Don't wait for him. Just keep walking, touch him up and down with the jab, and fire that right when you see him waiting. This is swelling on him.
Okay.
Take advantage of the moment. Defensive circle works.
It's great work there from Daniel Jacobs, really, and sound advice from the corner, really is. Just focus on, just focus on not trying to win everything big. Just focus on winning our rounds. Just outbox him if you can.
They've got the game plan, and at the moment the boxing skills are just about keeping Jacobs in with a real chance of winning this title.
And they're like, you haven't got to win big, you just got to win. That's all you've got to do.
He's a point ahead on Barry's card despite the knockdown in the 4th round.
But Golovkin will up the pace. No, I'm pretty sure of that.
Gonna have to.
And we know he carries his power at every stage of the fight, Golovkin.
Jacobs no mean puncher either. Good body shot again, left hand.
Lovely whipping up there, wasn't it, from Jacobs?
Break. Golovkin finding it a difficult night.
The lateral movement of Jacobs when he's on the ropes, when Golovkin gets him where he wants him, and then when he throws that right hand there, Jacobs is doing a good job for the most part of ducking just below it.
Right hand from Golovkin did find the target that time.
It's a beautiful jab there, Jacobs.
Jacobs talking a little bit to Golovkin.
Don't get overconfident here. Boxing very well, but no, it's lovely.
Used his reach to good effect as Jacobs, now clipped by a right hand. Crowd just sensing, the New York contingent anyway, that the upset is still very definitely a possibility.
There's a bit more pressure though, and he is boxing and he's winning this round for me as well, Jacob. But there's more pressure from Golovkin. He's closer to the target at all times now. Just makes it a little bit harder for Jacobs with his breathing. Good body shot there from Triple G. The hand spin's been really good, hasn't it, from Jacobs, when he throws in combinations. And see Jacobs constantly changing direction,
making Golovkin think, setting in problems which he's finding difficult to solve. Another decent left hook to the body from Jacobs, caught by a right hand from Golovkin as he tries to repeat the blow.
That's a good jab though there from Golovkin, solid shot.
10 seconds to the bell. Okay, no place.
Last few seconds of another intriguing round. Whoa, and a few punches landed after the bell. Now charged up is Daniel Jacobs. He thinks he's taken another round. Do you agree?
I most definitely think we do it. Are we going to get another upset tonight?
2 rounds up on your card, Barry. Let's listen in to Abel Sanchez.
He's got a round. You cannot just let him work by. Hey, Ben. Deep breath.
Yeah, you can win this easy as pie, son. Don't make mistakes. Give me a deep breath.
You hear what he's saying? Stay focused, Steve.
Consistency is what wins this. We fight fire with finesse. Deep breath, control it. Keep boxing his ass up. Attack his left cheek with the jabs in the right hand. All right, let's keep winning round by round.
Round by round, all right? Guys, the ref wants you to get that
He's
water.
winning it round by round at the moment. 7 rounds completed, and Jacobs is ahead. The upset is on, into the 8th.
Got to be busier now, hasn't he, Golovkin?
Well, he knows he can hit him, he knows he can tag him, but it's a high-risk strategy to think that one punch is going to be enough to finish this fight. Clearly he can do it, and has done it again and again, but he's behind. This is more like it.
Oh, lovely from Jacob. A lovely little feint there as well, just before he let his hands go. Tactically perfect from Jacobs. Moving constantly but not running, changing direction. When he gets on the ropes then, plenty of upper body movement, lateral movement.
Without labouring the point, cancer sufferers everywhere can take extraordinary inspiration from what Daniel Jacobs is doing here. At one stage, with that tumour on his spine, that he would never walk again, that it was life-threatening. Never mind get up there fighting for a world title. It has been an extraordinary turnaround in his life. Good work.
See, Golovkin's getting closer to the target, but still just not throwing enough punches yet again. But he's there where he wants to be.
I think he's mindful of Jacobs' power. There's nothing gung-ho about Golovkin tonight. And talk of that fight against Billy Joe Saunders. They've talked about the fight being Golovkin against Saunders, maybe in Kazakhstan. It's in the planning stages. There's a lot of big ifs around that at this moment.
That's a good shot.
Single shot though, Barry.
Yeah.
Ah, that's a nice right hand. Again, Jacobs takes it well.
Takes it very well. That's one of those shots you don't see as well, just on the back of the glove. Good jabs again there from Golovkin. Looked flashy there from Jacobs, but nothing really landed there from him.
Nice jabs again from Golovkin, last few seconds of that round.
That was close. You made it close. Stick to the game plan. I want you moving that jab up and down. When he gets close to you, fire quick too. And then step around him. You still in front of him. Give me that. All right? Give me a deep breath. This close. It's close. I'm gonna keep it real. But you're ahead right now. But you
ahead
gotta
by
stay
one
ahead.
round on Barry's card, because the way you saw it, Barry, despite this flurry from Jacobs, you've edged it to Golovkin that last round.
And tight and hard I found it as well. I just think Golovkin just upped the pace in the last half there. And there were some good quality shots. That right hand was in particular a good shot there from Golovkin. And I think the corner right, I think Jacobs getting a bit of confidence. I'm starting to feel he can exchange with Golovkin, but he doesn't need to. His plan's been working to perfection. Stick to it.
Ninth round. Pretty much on a knife edge, but Jacobs may be ahead. Close though. There's the jab again from Golovkin. So much talked about the power of Golovkin. Sometimes the jab is underestimated. He is very good with that left hand lead. Certainly not the barn burner that we had in our previous contest at Madison Square Garden tonight.
And certainly not the wipeout that everyone thought it was going to be.
At least not yet. It's been fascinating. Jacobs trying to get up onto his bike again, trying to dictate from range. To box and not get engaged in toe-to-toe conflict.
A little sneaky right hand there as well from Jacobs. He's going back to his original tactics there of throw-ins, moving, not running. Just take the little successes. Be happy with that. But Golovkin, you got to start sliding forward. We've got to double that jab up. Push. Like you said, it's a solid jab. It's a good jab. It's a hurtful punch. Double it up. Push Jacobs back on the chest.
Only one man working in close there. That was Daniel Jacobs. Golovkin trying to narrow the gap again.
Good feet there from Jacobs, in and out.
Complaining to the referee that Golovkin's coming in leading with his head.
No punch.
Referee Charlie Fitch stepping in. Sorry.
Sneaky that is. Oh, good uppercut there from Golovkin.
Not too sorry about that, was he?
Being a bit cute there, Golovkin, talking to him, saying sorry, touching gloves. He's in striking distance.
Punches up, Ding.
But Jacobs has boxed nicely in this round. Golovkin needs a good last 30 seconds. There's a terrific uppercut. Second time this round he found that punch. And is Jacobs in a bit of trouble? Gloves are down. Trying to sucker Golovkin is playing a foolish game. Golovkin goes looking for him. Still the gloves are down. Manages to make Golovkin miss and works away off the ropes, but this is good from the champion in the closing seconds of the round. Little left hand in there from Jacobs. And Golovkin nods his head as much as to say, you think you can outbox me for 3 minutes? In those last 20 seconds, I show you what I can do.
But I still think it was maybe a little too late, John. I do. It was a great shot. I don't think Jacobs was hurt as much as it seemed.
Play it. I want that jab working up and down. Stick the right here. Come on. Come on. Rinse his mouth. Rinse him. Here we go.
You throw it to that spot, he's not going to slip it. It's going to catch it. It's got to be here. I don't care where it hits, just as long as it hits something. Don't miss over the top. Okay, deep.
Well, let's watch again. That's that terrific uppercut.
Fantastic shot, wasn't it? I think it was a long right hand coming here as well.
Straight away, the inclination of Jacobs was to hold and to spoil. There's a lovely jab. But Barry's given that round to Daniel Jacobs, which means after 9, Golovkin still has it to do and is 2 points down.
Well, you've got to start early in the rounds as Golovkin. He knows he can hurt him, or he knows he can make Jacobs feel his power. That's not the effect he's had on previous opponents. On Jacobs.
Well, nice uppercut from Jacobs. Good hand speed. Golovkin forced to give a bit of respect and give a bit of ground. You heard his corner saying you've got to let your hands go. Don't worry about where you hit. Just hit anything.
I think you've got to aim for the chest at times, because the upper body movement of Jacobs is moving that head very well. In with the head there, Golovkin.
A slightly tepid call of Golovkin from the crowd. The Golovkin fans are very nervous that things are unravelling here.
Good jab there though from Golovkin, solid shot. He needs to be busier. He's having a better round here than Adi Golovkin.
His limitations as a mover have perhaps been shown a little bit. Nice defensive skills from Jacobs, making Golovkin miss with that attempted big right hand.
Good right hook as well there, Jacobs over the top. He's trying to edge too close to the target, is Golovkin. Trying to look for the perfect shot. Do his corner side, just hit them anywhere, on the arms, on the shoulders, or on the chest, most importantly. Just stop that move, the upper body movement.
If Jacobs does box his way through and take this title here tonight, having been down and badly hurt in the 4th round, it'll rank as some performance.
It's good from Jacobs. He's boxed his way back into this round, hasn't he, Daniel Jacobs? a good start of the round he was from Golovkin. He went out with a little bit of intent, a little bit busier. He just took his foot off the pedal a bit, and Jacobs got his boxing back together pretty well.
You have to go back such a long way for anybody who has taken Gennady Golovkin the distance. Martin Murray came close in 2015 when he went 11 rounds. But you're going back years. 2008 he was taking the distance in a fight which took place in Denmark, but it's been precious little that his opponents have been able to find. And is Jacobs just allowing himself there to get dragged into the toe-to-toe exchange, which his corner don't want to see? But is that another round for Jacobs?
I think so. I think it was all Golovkin to start the round, but Jacobs goes way back into it. Then there was some lovely hooks as well there to finish the round off.
You got that? Yes, but listen to me. I don't want you to be careless in round 11 and 12. You understand me?
Stay focused.
Take a deep breath. Reset. Take a deep breath and reset. You got 2 rounds to go to change history, son. Look at me.
Yes.
You got 2 rounds to change history.
That's some line. 2 rounds to change history, and we agree with that. The corner, we reckon, have got it absolutely spot on, and that Golovkin now needs to put Jacobs down at some stage in these last 2 rounds if he's going to hold on to his titles.
So that's what I feel. I think Daniel Jacobs' tactics in the corner have been perfectly fighting in the corner. Tactics have been good, you know, and the power hasn't really been too much of a factor here for Gennady Golovkin, because of the movement of Daniel Jacobs, and you've got to give him, it's been him who stifled the power of Golovkin.
Concentrating very much, the television directors, on the corner and the corner work of Daniel Jacobs and the instruction that he's getting from his team there. But Golovkin, meanwhile, must have been told in the other corner, you've got to go out there and finish this.
But he should have started. He got to start earlier in the rounds for sure. And he should have started after 7 rounds, really put the pressure on Jacobs. But a lot of stalking, not enough punching. Golovkin.
Chance going up for Golovkin. And this is a better start to the round from the champion.
He had a good start to the last round before he took his foot off the gas.
The switch hitting of Jacobs has given Golovkin problems which he's not really been able to solve. I know you're not a fan of it as a style, Barry, but it's kind of worked for Daniel Jacobs so far.
Oh, he's boxed tremendously well. Really has.
Go hold each other. Let go of each other in the backside of it. Go hold them, Dan. Break!
Nothing too much in this round, though, Jacobs.
Urgency about Golovkin, trying to get into range, but is he just telegraphing the intent to try and find that big right hand which put his man down in the 4th round? He's looking for it, and is obvious in the way that he's doing so.
Well, he haven't done the jab enough, Golovkin. He hasn't put his punches together in combinations either.
Oh, good work from Jacobs. Lovely work to the body, and a good left hand. Catching Golovkin, clipping him, only a glancing blow, but it landed.
But the better punch it. Oh, lovely uppercut there from Jacobs.
Golovkin's work rate has just not been hard enough, not been fast enough. And a shake of the head from Golovkin, a little bit of kidology, as much as to say you're not doing anything to me, but he's just not throwing enough leather.
But he's been busier this round, I think, than Daniel Jacobs has been. Jacobs come on the last 35-40 seconds, but I still think, for me, unless Jacobs has a massive flurry now, it's still a Golovkin round. Good jab, solid jab. Oh, look at this though from Jacobs. Most of it's not landing, but he's pushing Golovkin back and taking his power away.
Showing that he's physically strong. Evades the right hand and then gets dragged into an exchange in the last few seconds, and head to head there are words exchanged, and there was a nod of acknowledgement from Golovkin that he'd taken something and also felt the power of Jacobs.
1 round to go.
Nothing for it. Hey, don't go crazy on me at the end there. Do not go crazy on me.
Be confident of your shots, but be better defensively, okay?
Now, get a good wet down.
Now, better jabs and work into a shot, okay? Don't be, we're looking for one. 1, 2, 3, cover, counter, okay?
Make sure they give it a good wet down.
I'm still gonna ask you for that shot over here, all right?
Golovkin is really trying that left hand from Jacobs. Are we seeing the new champion?
Well, I think so. If he stays on his feet, John, I think he's won the title. I really do. Or titles, I should say. And most importantly, the linear title is the best middleweight in the world.
Barry's got it by 2 points for the challenger, Daniel Jacobs, the 30-year-old from Brooklyn, New York. Golovkin, on our card anyway, has to get his man on the floor at very least. The much vaunted power and accuracy of Golovkin, the fighting spirit, has to be shown right now.
He has the power, we've seen in the past, to end the fight even in this late stage. But he hasn't none of urgency in Golovkin's work in the early rounds. Is that down to him or down to the movement of Daniel Jacobs, whose upper body movement's been really good on the ropes?
Golovkin trying to turn it into a dogfight in this last 3 minutes. Jacobs holding on, eating up a few seconds.
Well, Jacobs got to stick to his plan. Tight, safe movement without running. Plenty of lateral movement. Nice left hook in that exchange there from Gennady Golovkin. Again, have another good start to the round.
Maybe the last round, Barry, but it still means that there's on your card a 2-round cushion for Daniel Jacobs.
And remember, Jacobs finished the round with such a flurry. You know, it's the last thing you see. Sometimes is the thing you remember the most. And maybe sometimes that sways your way, sways your scorecard.
But is he going to try and himself show what he's got? Show power. Great jab. Lovely right-hand lead from Jacobs.
But before that,
and a lovely uppercut.
Before that, the upper body movement making Golovkin miss. I think we're having 2 upsets in the same ring on the same night.
Roman Gonzalez already defeated. Is Gennady Golovkin going the same way? The crowd can hardly believe what they've seen here tonight. Still time. Golovkin still looking for the one big payoff shot. Perhaps our scorecards are completely wrong. You never know, it happens in boxing.
Oh, look at that for Golovkin, the upper body movement there, making him miss Daniel Jacobs.
We've talked about upsets of the level of Buster Douglas and Mike Tyson with the victory which saw Roman Gonzalez beaten, but there's a similar huge upset very much on the cards here as we move towards the last 10 seconds. Is Gennady Golovkin heading towards defeat? Swings a big right hand in desperation. Daniel Jacobs holds on, ties him up, and the final bell goes. Jacobs sinks to his knees, unable almost to clasp and grasp the enormity of what he believes he